So, what exactly is dual agency and why don't I want to do it? So, if you're buying or selling a home, you may hear the term dual agency. Some agents do it. I do not. And in today's video, I'm going to explain exactly why. So, before we jump into this topic, one important note. So, in Ohio, dual agency is legal when all parties provide informed consent. That informed consent should commonly be in writing. So this isn't about saying that dual agency is wrong or prohibited. This is only about my personal business philosophy and how I choose and want to represent my clients. So let's start with the definition, if we shall. So dual agency happens when one real estate agent, or in some cases, the same brokerage, represents both the buyer and seller in the same transaction. So at first glance, some people think, boy, that sounds simpler, right? One person is here handling everything. So, and I understand why people might think that. But here is where I see the challenge, okay, when it comes to the dual agency. So as a realtor, I owe fiduciary duties to my clients. That means loyalty, confidentiality, advocacy, negotiation, protection of your interests. All right. So now ask yourself this: how can one person fully advocate for a seller trying to get the highest possible price while also fully advocating for a buyer that's also trying to get the best deal, right? See what I mean? So that's where the conflict can arise. So let's make this practical. Imagine that you're selling your home. You quietly tell your agent, I'd probably take a little less if I had to, but don't tell the buyer. I can't, right? So now imagine the buyer tells the same agent, right? I'd actually pay more if necessary, but keep that confidential. So now the agent, me, somebody else is standing in the middle of two competing interests. That creates obvious limitations. So in many dual agency situations, the agent becomes more of a neutral facilitator rather than a full advocate for either side. And personally, that's just not how I choose to work. Here's my philosophy. My clients deserve full representation. If I represent a seller, I want to negotiate aggressively for that seller. If I represent a buyer, I want to fully protect that buyer's interests. I do not want divided loyalties. I don't want blurred lines. And I don't want my clients wondering who I am truly advocating for. Trust to me matters that much. So here's what I do instead. If one of my listings interests a buyer who is not already working with an agent, I'll help ensure they have representation. That usually means that another agent in the brokerage that I work with, Wiseman Real Estate, will step in. That is called split agency in Ohio, right? It's a confusing game, isn't it? Split agency, the broker, right? Josh Bodimer for Wiseman Real Estate is the person that's in the middle. They're that neutral Switzerland. Then myself, represents a seller, and then another Wiseman real estate agent can represent the buyer. 100%, 100%, the broker's in the middle. So if you ever have any questions about agency relationship, buyer representation, or how real estate really works behind the scenes, drop them in the comments. I'm creating this to help customers and consumers, clients better understand the process, right? Absent the industry jargon that's out there. So listen, if you're interested in buying or selling in Southeast Ohio, I'm always happy to help. So I'll see you in the next one, right? Hey, everybody, it's Brian Kapple with Wiseman Real Estate. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and have a blessed day. Thank you.